I don't know. All right, you can hear me though, so I'm good on your. I'm good on me. Try it again. Oh, hold on a second. There you go. Try it.
Check one,
there
two.
you go.
Check
You were
one,
muted.
two. Very good. All right, perfect.
Yeah, you were muted. So they have it wireless on the left, and then me and you.
All right. You know what? We don't have the wireless mic down here.
Oh, you have it. Oh yeah, I saw it on the. I saw it on the table.
Nope.
I don't know. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Children's Health Star Center here in Plano, Texas. This is Day 3, Pool D action. You are watching the 2019 ACHA Men's Division II National Championship Tournament. Andrew Shapiro alongside John Peterson. It's the number 3 ranked from the Southeast region, Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the number 4 ranked from the Northeast region, Keene State College Owls. JP, we have a very interesting scenario here because usually a 3-4 matchup on Day 3 doesn't hold a whole lot of intrigue, but this game sets the precedent for everything else that happens today.
Yeah, well, this tournament's been a little bit backwards as far as seedings go, as far as rankings, matchups. And this is out of the norm, like you said, but this is going to be a good game here because, you know, Keene State comes in after a big win the first day, a loss yesterday. They want to try and move on. They know what they need to do. Cincinnati comes in here 2-0, right? With a big come from behind win yesterday, and they're that probably was the game of the tournament thus far.
There's the face-off as we're underway here in Plano. The Keene State Owls moving left to right in the red jerseys with black numbers trimmed in gray and white. Cincinnati, right to left on your monitor in the white jerseys with the red and black striping across their shoulders and the red numbers. Carlin Testa will be in goal for the Owls, defending to our left as we have an offsides play. He is 1-1 on the tournament, a 4.5 goals against, an 888 save percentage. He's been a busy bee and the anchor of this Keene State team for the last couple of years. On the right side of your monitor, you will see Michael Weber in goal. He is 2-0 on the tournament thus far, a 2.13 goals against and a save percentage of .925. We'll break it down for you, the wins, the losses, the ties, and the clinching scenarios as we have this one played in behind the net. Wrapped up the boards there by Kiplinger. He's got a shot blocked away there by Weber off the stick of Joey Silva. Up to left wing boards and a shot taken by Poulin and a save made by Weber. Puck sent all the way down. The race is on to negate the icing, and it's going to be won by Jake Clark of Keene State. 44 seconds have gone by here in the opening period, and we still have no score. So the clinching scenarios. We said this game holds a whole lot of intrigue. Cincinnati, with a point, a win or a tie, will lock up the bracket and clinch their berth in the national semifinal. The Keene State Owls, they need a win today of any fashion. They will also need a loss by Lindenwood later on today, as that one's saved by Weber, and a few other semantics to move forward. We'll break that down for you as we go on. This breakout pass intercepted by Mike Boldy. On the left wing, he's pocketed by Bersinger. Feeds a pass up to Scammon. 2-on-1 down the left wing, Scammon. He feeds a pass in front into the skates of Bersinger, but he can't find it. That was Kiplinger, excuse me. To the point, a breakout pass. Knocked out of the air and onto the stick there of Joe Nutting. He wheels it back. Nutting kicks it forward. It's taken at the red line by Colin Rack. Breakout pass down the right wing. Here goes Hiljabovic. Roman Hiljabovic into the far side corner. He leaves it off for Bersinger. Left wing boards taken around there by Larbus. Back behind the net, it's stolen away by Noah Sanders of Keene State. He goes off the glass and out to center in front of the Bearcats' end. There you see Nutting tie up on the far side boards with Ben Tossi. Swung back for the take by Blanchard. He goes up the wall. It slipped into the zone, and I apologize. That shot was taken in by Colin Rack. Had the wrong 13 on my roster there, JP.
Yeah, look at the right one.
Got to make sure I got my lefts and my rights. My Listexia kicking in just a little bit. This one played out to the center ice circle to be taken by Larbus. He drops it back and skies this one into the Keene State end.
I see what you did there.
There you go. Bounces calmly onto the stick, and out come the Owls. Played up to the blue line, and a nice keep at the line by Zach Watkins as playing out to center on a breakout pass tipped away there by Aaron Harmon. Into the Keene State end, circling back with it is Jake Melissi. He goes up the wall, it's stolen away. Far side boards, a play by Scheidenberg, and a shot goes wide. Dumped in off the line there by Ennis. Behind the net it goes. And a three-a-side tie-up below the goal line, down the far side boards. There's John von Kaiserling. He wraps it back to the opposite side. A play in front by McAllister to no avail as red jerseys clogging the slot. So McAllister will try it again to the near side point. And it's going to be stolen away there. And a play forward onto the stick of Kyle Carrigan. He's pickpocketed by the Bearcat captain, Nick Okada. A backhand pass, that'll spring ahead McAllister. 1-on-2, he drops the pass to the right wing, shot goes wide. That taken by the stick of Kyle Talebi. 2:49 gone by here in the first period, and still no score between Keene State and Cincinnati. Pass out in front, intercepted, and down the right wing. This will start Bertone. Gets around a man. Here comes Bertone down the left wing. And a shot blocked off by Okada that was taken by Dylan Mensing. To the left wing boards, a take there by Mattia. He plays it up ahead. It's stolen away by Poulin. He'll feed a pass up ahead. He was looking for Mensing, but it's stolen away. And down the left wing, here comes Armstrong, the hero of yesterday's game. Kicked in front, and a save by Testa, and a rebound denied. Testa might have gotten a piece of it as that shot went wide. Okada, right wing point. He fires a shot deflected just wide off the stick of Colin Rack. Wheeled back around with 16:30 to go in the first period. Still no score. The Bearcats buzzing, and a save by Testa. He's got the rebound under his pad. And Testa taking exception to the extra wax he was given, as that was Danny Mattia poking away in front, trying to force the loose puck in. 3:32 gone by in the first period, and still no score, JP.
Yeah, Colin Testa coming up big early for Keene State, keeping this tied at 0. Keene State's got to work the offense a little bit to get the puck down low and get some shots on net. So far, the shots they attempted have been blocked, most of them.
Our referees for today's game are Mark Marzola and Michael Sherman. The linesmen are Tim Holt and Eric Kim. As this one's sent back around for the take there by Nutting. He plays it up and out to center. And down the left wing, it's a possible 2-on-1, but there to intercept was Logan Rossiter. And we're going to get a penalty coming up to the Cincinnati Bearcats. Keene will take the first power play of the game as Joey Silva walks down the right wing. Silva takes it in, pestered by his opposite number 24, that Mattia. Near side corner, it's into the feet and out to center. Almost a keep there by Noah Sanders. As we're still waiting for the touch to be made by Cincinnati, here starts McAllister. McAllister going in one-on-one to the right wing boards. He drops it off, and the touch is finally made by Brandon Armstrong. And we'll get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be an interference call on Cincinnati. Keene State to the power play with 4:09 gone by in the first period. And JP, this is going to be a very interesting thing to keep an eye on, as the guilty party is Samuel Dorf. Keene State's power play has been lethal. Yeah. Absolutely lethal in the first part of this tournament. They are 7 for 14 on the tournament thus far. 4 power play goals yesterday against Lindenwood and 3 the day before against Northern Arizona.
Yeah, they've definitely been doing some good work on their power play. It's just, will they be able to set up against the Cincinnati team, because they like to pressure and they got a lot of speed breaking out of their zone, going for those shorthanded goals.
Tie up on the near side boards and hops over the stick of Nutting. And out starts Drew Merrick. That's McAllister. McAllister plays it up ahead. It's tied off there. Stolen away by Nutting. Nutting will start up 4-on-3. He gains the crest of center ice and into the Cincinnati end. A shot from long range is steered away by Weber. Merrick has the near side corner out in front and denied by Weber, and cleared the length of the ice by Okada. 1:20 to go here in the power play for Keene State. 15:06 remaining in the first period. That sees no score. Behind the net, a take there by Nutting. Looking out in front, it's stolen away. And with one glove on his hand, he gets it back from the referee, but it was sent the length of the ice by Stephen Lang.
Nice job by the linesman, being able to hand the glove right to the player.
A big collision.
Oh, what's that?
Big collision in front of the linesman, that being Tim Holtz. And it's talked away by Serra. And a tie-up on the near side boards and sent the length of the ice there by Logan Rossiter. 47 seconds to go in the man advantage for Keene State. 14:35 remaining in the first period. Still no score. Shots are 3 apiece here as we play just inside the first portion of this first period. Circling back with the puck there is Lusignan. Lusignan waits. He goes to the point for the take by Sanders. He fires a shot. It deflects up a couple times, and a score! Weber made the first save and crashing the net. It looks like it's going to be Andrew Lusignan who gets the goal. Another power play goal for Keene State as they jump out to a 1-0 lead. 5:41 here in the first period.
I'll tell you what, the Cincinnati Bearcats got to be careful here, because they don't want to fall behind again too far, and they got to stay out of the box.
There's a shot saved by Testa. And so for Lusignan, that is going to be an unassisted goal, his second of the tournament. And a power play goal at that. Keene State, 8 for 15 on the power play. And JP, it kind of goes without saying, if Cincinnati wants to have success, they got to stay out of the box.
Yeah, they got it. This is going to be a big part of the game, especially for Cincinnati and the penalty kill.
Only 14 penalty minutes thus far for Keene State, and only 12 for Cincinnati. So 2 very disciplined teams here, but it'll be interesting to see the special teams battles. This one's played just out of the reach of Drew Merrick. To the near side board, Sanders plays a pass across. Melissa shot steered away by Weber. Silva in the near side corner. Drops it back down low for the take by Sweeney. Tied up and without a stick, working hard is Ben Tossi. He tries to move the puck forward. He doesn't have a stick, but he's doing a good job of moving it forward with his legs. Finally, relief comes in the help of Roman Hiljabovich, and a play up out to center. Tipped into the Keene State end by Stephen Lang, who goes for a line change. Fire wagon change on both sides. A long 200-foot stretch pass tipped into the Cincinnati end. That by Silva. Wrapped around the boards and reversed back onto the stick of Donald Ennis. 13:08 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead for the Keene State Owls on a power play goal by Andrew Lusignan, as the shots are 6-4 in favor of Keene State. Touched forward and onto the stick of Okada. He ties up with his own man Ennis and plays it out to center. Hops over the stick of Poulin, and the race is on. No icing, as the first one there to get it was Dylan Scammon. A nice keep at the line by Kiplinger, but offsides rules our linesman as as Okada plays it out across for Ennis. Cross-ice pass nearly intercepted, and it goes onto the stick of Scammon. Circling back with it now for Keene State is Bryce Blanchard. Left wing boards, it's played in an offside fashion by Ennis, and Keene will regroup. Bouncing puck lands on the stick of Okada. He quickly transitions up ahead for Lang. Lang put into his own bench on a crunching check there.
It's the second time we've seen that happen in this tournament.
Wrapped around the boards by Lou Signan, the goal scorer. Nutting in the far side corner, drops it off. Okada intercepts, plays it up ahead for the take there by Mataya. Stolen away by him and pushed into the big check there as it's pushed into the Keene State end is what I was trying to say with 12 minutes to go here in the first period.
Lucas Poulin with that big hit on the other side of the ice.
Physical play ramping up. A shot by Mataya goes wide. Rattles around the boards for the take by Dorf. Dorf wraps it around. Pushed forward even more by Colin Rack. Into the far side corner. Circling with it is Dorf. Excuse me, that's actually Mataya. To the point now for Dorf. Dorf, he fires. It's deflected into the netting out of play. 8:23 gone by in the first period. 1-0 lead for Keene State. And on the other side of the rink, we have the Marion Sabres leading the Utah State University Aggies 1-0 at the end of the first period. That game being played purely for pride, as that pool was locked up yesterday by virtue of the win by UMass.
You know what amazes me here? We see the prowess of the power plays of two Northeastern teams, Keene State and Northeastern.
And I did misspeak just now. I apologize, JP. The pool is actually not locked up. It's a winner-take-all game tonight at 7:30 Central Time between University of New Hampshire and the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles. Again, that game here at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and you can watch that right here on the ACHA Hockey Network. We certainly hope you join us. It'll be Brett Luthner and John Peterson on the call for that one. In the meantime, this one's played forward by McAllister out to center for the quick dump-in back in by Keene State. Weber out to play it. He leaves it off for the take by Rossiter. A stretch pass up the head. Long breakout pass goes onto the stick of Lemick. Will Lemick down the right wing. Tries to make a move in front, and it was denied as out start the Owls, Mario Serra, and we're going to get a whistle and a penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be a roughing call on Keene State, which will send Cincinnati to the power play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on, is that 5?
Yeah, that's Zach Watkins. He's going to get 2 minutes for roughing. Cincinnati goes to the power play. First opportunity of the day and a big chance for them to tie this game up. So Watkins gets 2 minutes for roughing at the 9:01 mark of the first period. Cincinnati with a power play. They looked pretty good yesterday against Northern Arizona with their man advantage. Didn't really have too much success, only one power play goal, but they did get a lot of chances.
Yeah, they did. You know what? The thing that got me with that team and that stretch where they scored the 3 goals, the confidence that they had after they scored that goal, and you talk about momentum playing a big role, they just steamrolled their way to the lead at 3-2.
Cincinnati with the eighth best power play among tournament teams, clicking at an even 20%. Keene State killing them off at an 85.7% click. That's 6th best among all tournament teams. Left wing point, it's taken by Larbus. He dishes a pass off, gets it back. Larbus in the shot, and that goes out of play off the deflection by Kyle Carignan. 1:17 to go in the power play for Cincinnati. 10:15 remaining in the first period. The Owls leading the Bearcats 1-0.
And I got to say, Keene State doing a much better job today getting back and playing defense in their own zone than they did yesterday. Not a lot of second chances right now for Cincinnati.
Now, just of note, I completely forgot to mention, until just now, Cincinnati was perfect on the penalty kill. That's the first power play goal the Bearcats have surrendered as that one goes through the crease and into the far side boards. Possible shorthanded 2-on-1. Back-to-back check there goes Dorf as this one's thrown on goal and held on to by Weber. We'll get a whistle with 58 seconds remaining in the power play for Cincinnati.
Well, I'll tell you what, we know what type of goaltender Michael Weber could be. We've seen him in the first game, even though we called him by the wrong name. We do apologize for that.
We're never going to live that down, JP.
Wasn't our fault.
No, it wasn't.
But we did see the type of goalie he can be, and he can shut a team down. He really can.
Absolutely. As that play went through the crease, and Cincinnati will break out in the person of Mataya. Dishes a pass across for Armstrong. Armstrong to the slot. Tries to drop a pass, does. Saved by Testa, and he's got the rebound. And some extra pushing and shoving, that time by Rossiter, buzzing the tower. And Testa gives him a whack for his effort, as Rossiter is met by 3 Owls with some help coming in from his own team.
Referee's got to step in here before this game gets out of hand. We've seen a couple of these scrums and a couple of shots, so they're going to have to do something about it.
Well, to play devil's advocate here for both teams, Testa has the right to stand up for himself.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If Rossiter is going to slam into him like that, but at the same time, Testa also has to make sure that he's not whacking away because he could put his team a man down. Are we going to get some penalties out of this, I think?
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, Rossiter's going to get 2 minutes for a rough, and so that will do it for the Cincinnati power play. They go 0 for 1 with just the 2 shots on goal. So Rossiter 2 minutes for roughing, that at the 10:17 mark of the first period. So we'll play 4-on-4 for the next 45 seconds, and then Keene State will have a power play for 1:15 as we get an explanation for Tyler Kangas, the head coach here of Cincinnati, from our referees.
Well, you really kind of can't push a guy's head back and not expect to get a penalty after the play's over, especially if you're going face first.
Emotions running very high in this game, JP. We already broke it down, but if you're joining us late, Cincinnati is 2-0 and can advance to the semifinals with a win or a tie. Keene State 1-1. They must win this game and they must get help.
Yep.
Breakout pass to the left side boards that hops over the stick of Armstrong, who was collided there hard by Poulin and sent back into the Cincinnati end. Okada, breakout pass to the right wing boards. Here goes Mattia. Mattia dishes it into the Keene State end. First one to get it for Cincinnati is going to be Dylan Scammon. He ties up in the far side corner of that with Poulin. Breakout pass is intercepted by Armstrong. Circling back with it is Lusignan, the goal scorer for Keene State. Another breakout pass is intercepted. That time it was Armstrong. Pushing forward is Scammon. Scammon ties up in the near side boards with Lusignan, and breaking forward, here comes Poulin down the right wing. Lucas Poulin, one-on-one on Okada. Cuts to the slot. A nice move, but he keeps possession. Back pass to the point. Shot coming in and never made it on goal. Taken away there by Lemick. Dished out wide as Keene State to the power play with 1:13 left on it and 8:52 to go in the first period. Boldy, a long stretch pass. He was looking to try to spring Silva. It rolls on goal, and Weber will cover up and get a whistle with 1:02 remaining in the man advantage for Keene State. 8:45 left in the first period. The Owls leading 1-0 on a power play goal by Andrew Lusignan, and they go back to the man advantage here.
I'll tell you, you see Okada going off the ice. It's a name you're going to hear a lot for Cincinnati today. He's a good defenseman, team captain. He gets involved both offensively and defensively. He's on their special teams. He's probably one of their best players.
Okada, very much a shutdown defenseman on defense, but on offense, he has the ability to take that long shot from the point, and it's got a lot of muscle on it. I would equate him almost to a Shea Weber or a Zdeno Chara.
Yeah.
A big collision in front of the Cincinnati bench sends to the ice Drew Merrick. It's sent back into the far side corner. Behind the net it goes, glove down by Nutting. To the point he goes. Here's Merrick over for Poulin, the one-timer deflected wide. Near side boards, it's Sweeney. He does battle there with Rack. To the near side boards, Sweeney has it. To the point he goes for Poulin. 32 to go in the power play. Deflected in front of, saved by Weber, and he'll hang on.
That's the Mike Weber we've seen. First game.
Joey Silva on the back door. He tips it in front, but Weber swallows it up. 30 seconds remaining in the power play for Keene State. 1-0 they lead. 8:12 to go here in the first period. Shots 9-5 in favor of the Owls here, JP.
Yeah, 9-5. Keene State's had 2 power plays, so they're going to have a little bit of advantage on the shots on the board.
Indeed they will. 2 shots on goal thus far for the Keene State power play. Abbreviated though it is, they still have 30 seconds with which to work the man advantage. Face-off is to the left of Weber, and the puck is sent up by Okada and knocked down. Kicked forward there by Poulin and played out to center for the take by Sanders. Sanders plays it out wide. He gets a pass back, and he'll start out. Just off the crest of center ice, he gains the red line and plays a pass out wide. In walks Sweeney. He dances around a man, that's Scheinberg. Throws it on goal, saved by Weber, falling down, but he keeps it out to the point it goes. Sanders winds, fires, and a diving block by Scheinberg, by Lang. Sanders to the near side corner. Silva plays it away from Okada. Power play is over. Keene State 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Just 2 shots on that last one. A breakout pass is stolen away. There goes Nutting. Across the ACHA logo. Tries to backhand it toward goal. Gets it out. In the slot. Joe Nutting. He fakes. He shoots. He scores! Joe Nutting! A beautiful single-handed effort. Beats Weber on the 5-hole. And it's 2-0 Keene State.
What an effort by Okada. by Nutting. He was able to go through the basically 3 or 4 players for Cincinnati and get a shot off that was actually low on the ice and actually went in off of the pad of Weber.
That's Joe Nutting's third of the tournament. It'll be an unassisted goal as we're going to step aside and get immediate timeout. This is the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament on the ACHA Hockey Network.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Aries Sportswear, official merchandise partner of the ACHA. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official tape provider of the ACHA. And the City of Frisco.
Welcome back to the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson taking you through Pool D action between the Keene State College Owls and the Cincinnati Bearcats. 2-0 lead for Cincinnati on a goal just now by Joe Nutting, his third of the tournament. And if you're just joining us, there's a lot of implications going on with this game. Cincinnati can win the pool with a point. Keene State needs a win and help in order to be able to get through to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. Face-off is one forward and a take there by Rack. He plays it across for the take by Tossi. Off the boards, it goes out to center and to be corralled by Keene State. Now pushed forward by Kiplinger. Kiplinger has the puck pickpocketed from him, played out to center by Aaron Harmon. Circling back with it for a moment was Tossi. He plays it towards goal. To the left wing boards, it's Watkins. He wraps it around. Holding back with it is Noah Sanders with 7:02 to go in this first period. Owls leading 2-0 and leading 11-5 on the shot clock. Played out wide for the take. Here goes Scammon down the right wing. He fires a shot, goes through the crease. Pushed forward there by Kiplinger. And a nice keep by Rack into the feet of Sanders and a shot saved by Testa. The rebound is loose to the crease. And Testa, a big save as he flashes the blocker. Puck goes to the far side corner. Taking it is Carrigan for Keene State. He'll start out. Breakout pass is intercepted. Second effort. Away with it comes Sanders. He tried to free a man, that Harmon, who will just send it the length of the ice behind the net for Weber to play it out. Weber slides it over and back now the other way. Here goes Rack. Colin Rack, a breakout pass onto the stick of Luke Larbus. Touch forward, looking for Lang, but too far as it goes back in front of the Cincinnati bench. And they're going to get called for too many men.
Wow.
A bad change by the Bearcats and a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Lang played the puck. Looked like it was Larbus who was over the boards a little bit too quickly. And so Keene State will go back to the man advantage. They are 1 for 2 on the day with 4 shots on goal on the power play.
Serving penalty will be number 25, Donald Ennis.
13:46 the time of the penalty. And again, Keene State to the man advantage where they have been absolutely deadly here. Cincinnati with a perfect power play until today, and they are halfway perfect today. To the point it goes for the take by Nutting. Far side boards over Sweeney. Touch back from Nutting. He fires and it's blocked away by Weber. In the far side corner, that was Poulin doing battle with Von Kaiserling. There to tie up is Rossiter. 2 Owls all over him, and a good job by Logan Rossiter. Off the side of the net, dangerous play, and it pushed up the wing. Von Kaiserling will send it the length of the ice with 1:35 to go in the power play for Keene State. 5:46 remaining in the first period. 2-0 lead for the Owls.
I'll tell you what, that too many men penalty is such a judgment call by these officials. The player was at the bench ready to go off, just didn't get over in time, and the puck slowly comes over to the bench area, and the Cincinnati player plays it. If that guy's feet are off the ice, that's not a penalty.
Well, that's why they get paid the big bucks. A
Yep.
shot by Poulin, fought off by Weber, and the rebound again. Out in front, off the side of the net. Looking out wide and taken by Sweeney. To the keep by Silva, over for Poulin. Looking over for Sweeney, far side boards. Sweeney in front. He was looking for Nutting on the back door. Poulin has it now with 52 to go in the power play and 5:05 remaining in the first period. Sweeney on the near side half boards. Pestered there by Lang. Wraps it around. Gets a pass back in the near side corner. To the point he goes. It goes under the stick of Poulin and all the way down. Testa out to play it with 38 to go in the man advantage for Keene State. 4:50 remaining here in this first period. Nutting played it into the center and it's stolen away by Okada. Bouncing puck will land in front of the Cincinnati bench and be sent down the length of the ice by Von Kaiserling, who takes a check for his effort from Poulin. Keston leaves it off with 20 to go here in the power play and 4:32 remaining in the first. A breakaway pass goes out of the reach there of Harmon. He's taken down legally so by Rack, and Harmon has it now. Near side corner, wraps it around for Lusignan. Wraps it back the other way. He was looking for Serra, but it hopped over him, and it'll be sent all the way down by Von Kaiserling. 2 seconds and 1. That'll do it. Keene State now 1 for 2 in the power play. Cincinnati kills them off 2 for 3. Just 1 shot on goal in that one for the Owls.
It's a good job by Cincinnati killing that penalty off.
And you see there why Cincinnati's penalty kill was perfect coming into today's game.
Yep.
And as certain coaches in the ACHA like to say, it's a 2-on-1 for the Bearcats. A shot held onto by Testa. A beautiful end-to-end rush there by Danny Mattia. And Testa swallows it up. His 8th save of the first period. As we're starting to mention, there are some coaches in the ACHA who like to use the expression, it's what happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Yep.
A perfect power play or a perfect penalty kill meets a crazy good power play. And the Owls lead 2-0 on 13 shots. This one played off the face-off back to the left wing boards. Wrapped back around for the take there by Dorf. A big collision in the slot sent Armstrong to the ice, as in to take there is Watkins. He goes up the boards, pushed out and gloved down at the blue line by Rack. A big collision down to the ice went Levasseur, as in front of the Keene bench at a breakout pass. Goes into the feet there of Dylan Mensing, and it hops around the back of the net. Weber tries to leave it off, and it bounces out in front. Touch forward, a big collision, 2 Bearcats down. Shot from the point, glove saved by Weber, and he'll get the whistle. 2 Bearcats collided. That was Levasseur and Armstrong. One bowling over the other, and the shot from the point swallowed up easily there by Michael Weber. And the senior from Springboro, Ohio, has been very busy over these first 2 games, and he's been very much busy here. He's faced 14 shots and stopped 12. Touched out of the zone. A good forecheck there by Kiplinger. He goes in on Nutting and pushes it even farther back into the Keene State end. Nutting circles back in front of his own goal. Left wing boards and hops over the stick of Okada all the way down. And this will be an icing as Okada beats Lusignan to the goal line. We'll get the whistle and a face-off back inside the Keene State end with 3:02 remaining in the first period.
And this is going to be a big face-off here for both teams, as Cincinnati just not able to get their offense going yet. And we seen yesterday it took them a 3-0 deficit to start getting going. I hope that doesn't happen to them today.
This again is Pool D action. Cincinnati is in with a point. As that one on goal, shot turned away by Testa. Rebound in front, and a shot coming, blocked off there by Poulin. He slides in front of the shot to keep it out. To the backdoor play, fought off by Testa. On the back of the net, they battle for it. Coming away with it is Boldy for Keene State. Boldy goes up the left wing. It's touched forward and out to center. Here come the Owls in a 3-on-1. Down the right wing, it's Nutting. He takes it into the corner. Lector play, they score! Lusignan again! A pass from Nutting! 3-0 Keene State with 2:36 to go in the first.
I'll tell you, Andrew, that was such a pretty play by Keene State getting down the ice. It all started with a nice play, getting the puck out of their zone, speed coming through the neutral zone, got in, made a nice pass across, Nutting did, to Lusignan for a goal. Beautiful, perfect pass.
And it looks like
on the ice.
We're going to have a goaltending change here as Sebastian Mallette will come in relief of Michael Weber in this first period. 3 goals allowed on 15 shots for Weber as this one goes into the netting and out of play. We know Joe Nutting is going to get 1 assist. We'll wait to see if there's a secondary, but the Owls coming out and jumping all over the Bearcats. 3-0 here late in the first period.
And I'll tell you what, this is where Cincinnati has to turn it on after being down 3 yesterday. Coming back.
A shot by Rosser deflected and hit the high glass, and it goes out to the blue line and out to center. Controlled there by Rossiter. He dishes off for Dorf. Left wing boards. That's Lang sending it in. Goes back behind the net. Lucas Poulin will get a secondary assist on Lusignan's second of the game and third of the tournament. As the Owls lead 3-0 with 2 minutes to go here in the first period. To the point for the take by Dorf. He fires, glove save by Testa. He's got Lang in his kitchen, but he closes the door and keeps it out. So Sebastian Mallette will come in relief of Michael Weber for the second time in this tournament. He came in yesterday after Weber allowed 3 goals in the first 2 minutes, 2 periods, and 30 seconds. Mallette, his one appearance, he faced 8 shots and stopped 7 of them. The only one he allowed, a penalty shot for Desmond Conley of NAU. Push forward, and here comes a rush for Danny Mattia down the right wing. He's looking for a backdoor play. Backhanded a pad save by Testa. That one coming off the stick of Talebi. To the right wing boards. Here goes Silva. Can't get around his man Rack. Touched forward there by Talebi. In front of the Cincinnati bench. There goes Mattia down the right wing. He posts up on the far side half boards. Sending it back around. It goes into the feet of Poulin and pushed forward. Sweeney plays it up ahead, and a nice block there. And in starts Carignan. Backdoor play for Silva. He fires a save made by Mallette. Serra plays it forward. It's stolen away by Rack. Down to the ice in a legal fashion rule of the referees. Went Mattia. This one steered on goal. Block it away by Mallette. To the point it goes for the take. That by Federico. He sends it out around for Serra. Serra on the near side corner. Okay. There goes Sanders on the left wing. Drops a pass back. He was looking for Serra, and Sanders has it again. Touched into the Bearcats' end and played across there by Scammon. He'll break out Mattia. 2-on-3 starts Danny Mattia. Has puck pickpocketed from him by Aaron Harmon. Off the glass and a keep almost by Rack as it hops over his stick and down into the Bearcats' end. 22 seconds to go here in the first period. The Owls leading the Bearcats 3-0 in this final game of Pool D action. A nice move there by Blanchard. He goes down the left wing, tries to get around 2 Bearcats and has stood up for his effort, taken by Rack. 3-on-1 and a breakaway pass is intercepted. Down the left wing, there's Lusignan. Has it into the paraphernalia there of Jake Clark. To the point it goes. A shot get blocked down and pushed forward as time expires. As we're going to get an interference call at the end of the first period. So we'll wait to see who the guilty party is for the interference call, as John Peterson will head down to the ice and have an interview with one of these players. Looks like it's going to be a member of the Cincinnati Bearcats. 3-0 our score at the end of the first period. The Bearcats being outshot 17-12 as well. 2 goals by Andrew Lusignan, 1 by Joe Nutting, and that's the offense. Michael Weber chased after the first period. He only lasted until 17:24 into the first period, as John Peterson is standing by with Luke Larbus. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down here with Luke Larbus. Luke, tough start for you guys, down 3-0, but we've seen this before from you.
Yeah, well, yesterday we had a good comeback win, but today we're not getting pucks in deep, and we're not getting enough shots on net. We're not testing the goalie enough, so we're going to go into the locker room and regroup and come back out. Well, second period.
If anything, the similarity from yesterday's game and this one today, you're in the same position, down 3-0. Your goalie got pulled, your starter. Yep. This got to give you guys some. That's got to give you guys some incentive to know that you can come back in a game like this.
Oh yeah, we've been here in this. We've been in this position multiple times this year, so we know what to do, and we just got to come back out. We got to play hard.
All right, Luke, I know you got a lot of fans that are up there standing behind us at our broadcasting point. They don't want you to let them down. Good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Andrew, back up to you.
All right, thank you, JP. As you said it, Luke Larbus knows his team has been here before. They were down 3-0 yesterday with just under 1 full period to play. Today, they trailed by the same margin, but with 2 full periods left. Before we go to break, there was a penalty called on the end there, and the guilty party being Dylan Scammon, so he'll get 2 minutes for interference, and Keene State will start the second period on the man advantage, which they are 1 for 3 on the day. We're going to take a timeout, be back with the second period. This is the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Broadcast Network.
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond the campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on! You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate! Skate! Pass it! You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck! Come on!
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on! You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate! Skate! Pass it! You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck! Come on!
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on! You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate! Skate! Pass it! You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck! Come on!
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on! You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate! Skate! Pass it! You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck! Come on!
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely
And welcome back to the 2019 ACHA Division II National Tournament live from the Children's Health Star Center in Plano, Texas. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson taking you through the second period of this Pool D matchup between the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Keene State College Owls. Keene leading 3-0 after the first period. 2 goals by Andrew Signan, 1 on the power play, and a goal by Joe Nutting. Both players now have 3 on the tournament, and the Keene State College Owls have the 3-0 lead. They're outshooting Cincinnati 17-12. Keene State 1 for 3 on the power play to start the game. They had 5 shots on goal, and now they will get another power play to start the second period as Dylan Scammon got 2 minutes for interference right at the buzzer. Keene State moving right to left in the red jerseys, trimmed in black, and quickly down the right wing. A Silva shot saved by Mallette. Michael Weber started the game for Cincinnati. He was pulled after the third Keene State goal. It's now Sebastian Mallette in the goal to our left, wearing the white jerseys of Cincinnati with the red and black striping on the shoulders and the red numbers. A whiff on a clearing attempt there, that by Rossiter as it's wrapped back around and they keep in front of the Keene State end.
Rossiter just saved the goal on that rebound.
Sweeney circles back for the point. Poulin fakes a shot, goes across. He flubs it, gets it wide, as Rossiter will wrap it around and all the way down. 1:17 to go here in the first power play, and the second period has 48 seconds elapsed. Keene State still leading 3-0. That puck tipped in by Sweeney and will be again sent back into the neutral zone and played back up for the Owls. Keene State must win this game and get help in order to advance to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. Cincinnati can win with a point as this one's touched forward and quickly back into the Bearcats' end. Bearcats here are 2-0 as down the right wing. That's Kiplinger's shot fought off by Testa. He plays it out to Nutting. Nutting drops a pass down low for Poulin. 40 seconds to go in the power play for Keene State. 18:36 remaining in the second period. Bearcats trailing 3-0 as here comes Mario Serra down the right wing point. In the near side corner, it's played out to the point by Poulin, and a shot saved made by Mallette. Fake shot there by Harmon, goes into the near side corner. In front for Serra, steered away there by Mallette. To the point, a keep there by Harmon. 20 to go in the power play. Played through the crease and into the far side corner. Hops over the stick of Lusignan, he kicks it forward, and it's taken away by Kiplinger and sent all the way down. 10 to go in the power play for Keene State as that one played ahead by the goaltender, Carlin Testa, who stopped all 13 in the first period. That one saved away by Mallette. 2 seconds and 1. Keene State now 1 for 4 on the man advantage today. Only 3 shots on goal thus far on the power play, 2 of them coming there. Near side corner, it's played all the way down, and the puck will have legs for an icing as there to make the touch as Noah Sanders gets a whistle with 17:43 to go in the second period.
Yeah, that puck just made it over the goal line there.
On the opposite side of the arena, the Marion Sabres, the Central 4, leading the Utah State University Aggies, the West 3, that by a 3-1 count in the after 2 periods of play. Now again, we mentioned the craziness. This is Pool D. Again, we mentioned what happened with Keene State and Cincinnati as Mallette gloves that one down. Northern Arizona will face Lindenwood later on tonight, that game at 7 p.m. Out in front, a stick save by Mallette. If Keene State wins this game, all 3 teams between Lindenwood, Keene, and Cincinnati are all still alive. Northern Arizona, the only team in the pool mathematically eliminated as this one is sent all the way down. No icing is back to retrieve it is Nick Okada. With a Keene State win and a Lindenwood loss, as this one is touched forward but off sides of the Owls, so they have to wait to touch it up. A Keene State win and a Lindenwood loss would lock the bracket for Keene regardless of scoring. Should Keene win and Lindenwood win, it will come down to goal differentials and goals against and all of that fun stuff as this one's played around the net there by Mattia. Wrapped back around to the point there by Rossiter. He comes over there for the take by Dorf. Dorf fires a shot deflected wide and through the crease, kept in by Rossiter and pushed forward on a second effort, but not out as there to cover the point is Levasseur. Finally, a third effort played out wide. Sorry, JP, as I bumped into him. Touched over the stick of Blanchard and into the near side point. Rossiter plays it up the boards. It goes out to center and quickly back into the Keene State end, just out of the reach of Bertones. A nice diving play there by Rossiter to force a pass ahead. Starting up down the left wing, here's Mattia. Posts up in the half boards. He fires, he scores! Danny Mattia, top shelf over Carlin Testa. Cincinnati's on the board. It's 3-1, Keene State.
And that was just a beautiful shot by Mattia, able to get
his second goal of the tournament. And another beauty there, coming at the 3:40 mark of the second period. And the Bearcats have life. It's now 3-1, Keene State. 16:20 to go in the second period. And every goal that Cincinnati scores only helps their cause, obviously for the comeback effort here being down 3-0 to start the second, but also, as we mentioned, it gets into goals against and goal differential, and all that stuff will only benefit the Bearcats, who have only allowed 5 goals to this point. Well, coming into today, they're now up to 8. Keene State with that goal allowed is now at 10. Far side corner, everybody falling down, and the puck sits loose behind the net, controlled by Okada. Out in front, a backhander never came as it was poked off the stick of Poulin. To the take there by Hiljabovich. He'll send it all the way down and go for a line change. Puck wraps up to the boards and hops into the neutral zone. Nutting tries to leave it off there for Lusignan, and instead it's steered back into the Keene State end. Taken by Melissi over the crest of center ice. He wraps it around behind the net. First one there to get it is Tossi for Cincinnati. Looked for Okada, but it goes through him and down for the take by Von Kaiserling. Up to the near side boards, pushed forward by Levasseur. Here comes Okada down the right wing, 2-on-1. Nick Okada fires a save made by Testa. Rebound spinning, but unable to pull the trigger was Rack. Testa's helmet comes off, and we get a whistle. 15-12 to go in the second period. Cincinnati scored. They are buzzing. They trail 3-1, but JP, the comeback has begun.
It started. Once you get a goal on a Cincinnati team, it sparks life in them. And as we seen yesterday, a lot of things can happen once this team has life. They go up and down the ice so quickly with the confidence. It's unbelievable.
Keene State out shooting Cincinnati 22-15 on the game, 7-5 or 5-3, excuse me, here in the second period. Face off to the left of Carlin Testa. Serra and Kiplinger will do battle. It's won back by Kiplinger. To the point, backhanded into the far side corner by Ennis. Taken there by Bersinger. He ties up and on the far side boards. Away with it comes Harmon, excuse me. Here's a nice move by Carrigan, but he can't get around Okada. Carrigan has it. He drops it off for Serra in the near side corner. Looking in front, it goes through the crease and out starts the Bearcats. Chipped out to center and all the way down. Races on. Harmon there to get it. He gets it around Kiplinger. And a big collision frees this one. Here comes Larbus. He shoots, and it saves. No! It went off the glove of Testa and hit the crossbar. Cincinnati fans behind us thought it went in. Well, we're not going to be able to take another look at that. Unfortunately, we don't have replay. As it stands, no goal. Near side corner played out in front. Hobbs passed over the reach there of Von Kaiserling. Okada over for Rossiter. His shot goes through the crease. Sustained pressure by the Bearcats as Okada sends this one into the near side corner. Backhanded to the slot. Through the reach of Von Kaiserling. It's tied up there by Harmon. And out with it started Poulin for a minute. Down the left wing. Here's Kiplinger's shot. Number coming. The rebound goes wide. That taken there by Von Kaiserling. To the point. Kept by Okada. He winds, fires. That blocked on the way in. It hit Poulin and bounced into the far side corner. To the point it goes. It hops over the stick of Donald Ennis. As much of the offense as he can get up here. Okada, a nice move. He walks into the slot. He fakes. Down to the ice went Harmon. Okada drops the pass. And it's saved by Testa. The rebound saved by Testa. And the puck sits under Carlin Testa's left pad.
Wow. Cincinnati's buzzing right now. Buzzing around the net, buzzing in the offensive zone. Keene State is running around like crazy trying to get this puck. And they just can't do it. Every little stick touch, it's going the other way. So Cincinnati is starting to roll right now.
For the second game in a row, the Bearcats find themselves down 3-0, but are showing signs of life as they have forced another offensive zone faceoff with 13:47 to go in the second period. As this one skied up over the reach of Dorf and dropped back at the neutral zone. Played forward there by Levasseur. Taken up there by Armstrong. Armstrong takes it behind the net, the hero of yesterday's game against Northern Arizona. Drops a pass off for Rossiter on the far side point. He plays it over for Dorf. Dorf, backdoor play deflected, it goes through the crease. Another backhander, that goes wide off the stick of Levasseur. Keene unable to clear the zone as it's played forward there by Mattia. That goes through the crease and rattles around for Dorf. Near side corner, Dorf throws it in front. Knocked down in front of Mattia. He has it on the far side corner. To the point, a shot by Rossiter just goes wide. Rattling around with 13:07 to go in the second period. The Bearcats trailing 3-1, but looking for more. Is that shot by Mattias blocked on the way in? Spin around shot, pad save, and the rebound, Testa, they score! Relentless effort by the Bearcats. It looks like Brandon Armstrong was the one who finally jammed it home. And Cincinnati cuts the deficit to 1. It's now 3-2, 7:01 gone by in the second.
I'll tell you what, this is unbelievable. This team, they get a goal, they get the momentum, they don't stop. The pressure is just relentless. Keene State is not able to clear the puck at all.
Brandon Armstrong's fourth in the tournament comes at 7:01 of the second period. And the Bearcats back to within 1. It's now 3-2 Keene State. Down the far side boards, there goes Telebi. He plays it down low for Hljabovic. Hljabovic throws it out in front. He was looking for Telebi, unable to find him. The assist will go to Danny Mattia, as he was the one who did all the effort. Buzzing in front, throwing it on goal, and Armstrong there to slam it through the legs of Testa. This one played out to center and wheeled back into the Keene State end. Cincinnati showing signs of life as they trailed 3-0 after the first period. They killed off a power play to start the second and have now scored 2 quick goals. Melissi over a one-timer by Poulin, held onto by Mallette. 12:10 to go in the second period. Cincinnati scored 2. They trail 3-2. Shots in the second period thus far are 9-5 in favor of the Bearcats.
And Sebastian Mallette coming in is really gave Cincinnati a boost here, as it did yesterday. Mallette came in, kind of shut down the offense.
Second game in a row that the Bearcats found themselves down by 3, and Tyler Kangas made a goalie change. Michael Weber started, and Sebastian Mallette came in relief at the 17:24 mark of the first period. Here come the Bearcats 3-on-2. It's Larbus. He fires a shot, swallowed up by Testa, and he'll get a whistle.
And don't be surprised if there's another goaltending change comes Cincinnati's way. Because remember yesterday, Mallette gave up that penalty shot, and he was taken out, and Weber came back in.
Weber stopped 12 of the 15 shots that he faced in the first period before he was removed from the game. Faceoff is won by the Bearcats. Okada winds, fires, and a blocker saved by Testa. Boy, Nick Okada has an absolute rocket from the point, JP.
Yeah, this kid's got it, man. He's probably one of the top 3 players on the team. Got to be the top defenseman.
I almost wonder if he wears number 6 for Shea
It's
Weber.
a possibility.
I mean, they play very similar games. I can definitely see the number 6 coming from Shea Weber because, I mean, he's not going to wear 33 for Chara, but those are the only 2 players that come to my mind. Face off to the left of Testa, won by Kiplinger. Okada has it now. He goes to the near side boards, wrapped around by Larbus. Near side corner, a crunching check as the pair of 15s collide, that Kiplinger and Poulin. Starting up with it are the Owls. It's played to the point and poked forward by Okada. He has it now. It's a possible 3-on-2. Down the left wing is Kiplinger. Backdoor play. He was looking for a pass in front. As tied up in front of the net was Luke Larbus. That play by Harmon is intercepted, and here comes Okada down the left wing. Drops a pass on the far side point. That's for Larbus. Okada has it in the near side corner. It's played up to the point and through the wickets of Jimmy Bersinger. 11:08 to go here in the second period. The Keene State Owls leading the Cincinnati Bearcats by a 3-2 count. Huge implications in this game, JP, as this is Pool D action. Pushed forward there by Bersinger and the take by Harmon. Cincinnati is 2-0. They are in with a win or a tie. Any point of any kind will clinch the pool for the Bearcats. Down the right wing, there's Harmon. He had Carrigan with him, and Carrigan just tips it in behind the net. Keene State, 1-1. They need a win and help in order to be able to clinch the bracket today, as this is sent all the way down, but no icing. Is back to retrieve it is Federico. Into the feet there of the pressing Levasseur, and Federico has it again. Far side boards, 2 Bearcats forecheck hard, that being Levasseur and Mattia. Touched at the center ice line, and all the way down, no icing, as back to get it is Colin Rack. He steers it around for the take by Tossi. Intercepted in front, and a save by Mallette. Off the try there by Bertone. 10-11 to go here in the second period. And the Owls leading the Bearcats 3-2. Shots even at 23 apiece on the game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this game has the markings of a great one again.
An instant classic, as they would say.
You have a team like Cincinnati, you just can't hold them down. What do you do to hold this team down?
The Bearcats went through regionals, hardly ever trailed during the regional tournament. They come to nationals. A huge upset victory over Lindenwood in the eyes of many on day one. A 3-1 affair as Michael Weber, 31 saves, standing on his head. And then day 2 yesterday, a thrilling overtime back and forth affair as they defeat the Northern Arizona Ice Jacks 5-4 on, there's an icing, on, of all things, JP, an overtime empty net goal.
Yeah.
You almost never see that, and the only reason why it came to pass was because Northern Arizona needed a win in order to save their season.
Yeah, and that's the thing you see in a pool play tournament. You have teams who are tied pulling their goaltender to try and get a win.
And of course, sorry.
I was going to say, it just, things you don't see in the regular season, it just happens.
There's a steal there and a hook on Kiplinger. No call. Wow. The Cincinnati fans behind us can't believe it.
Yeah, I can agree with them there.
I'm right there with you, JP. A rare miss. That one, Pat saved by Mallette. Now, we reached Northern Arizona having to pull their goalie to save their season in overtime. They were put in that position at the hands of a 6-2 defeat of these Keene State Owls. And the Keene State then losing yesterday by a 7-4 affair to Lindenwood.
Yeah, so this pool is all shaken up.
Pushed forward there by Federico, and a battle for it ensues in the far side corner. Rossiter has it intercepted from him behind the net. There's a take by Serra. That's Nutting behind the net now. He ties up with with Dorf. Shot from the point, deflected just wide on the backdoor play. It sits loose at the side of the net. Circling with it is Bertone. He has it on the far side point. To the point it goes. Melissi fakes a shot. He fires it, hit a man in front. Down on the ice, sprawled out was Rossiter.
There's a 2-0
for the Bearcats. Down the left wing, a backdoor play looking for Larbus was Bersinger, but unable to find him. Bersinger stood up by Federico in the far side corner. They battled to a side. A backdoor play to the slide it goes. Touch onto the stick of Okada. Far side point, Okada. A shot goes wide. Whistles around for the keep there by Ennis. Sent to the near side corner. Battling there is Hiljabovich. 3 aside, they do battle. Escaping with it for the moment was Talebi. He leaves it off there for Lang. Far side corner, Lang has it. Goes behind the net. There's Talebi looking in front. He was trying to find Hiljabovich, but unsuccessful. Outstrike the Owls. It's touched back in That by Lusignan, who has 2 goals on the day already. Back into the Keene State end as we are going to get a whistle and a hand pass.
And then we get a media timeout.
We are going to step aside for our media timeout here in the second period. You're watching the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament on the ACHA Hockey Network.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron Championship Rings, proud sponsor and championship ring provider for the ACHA. Warrior Sports, the preferred stick supplier of the ACHA. The Dallas Stars. For tickets and more information, visit dallasstars.com. And Southwest Airlines, the official event airline partner of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
And welcome back here to the Children's Health Star Center in Plano, Texas. This is the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Broadcast Network. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson taking you through this exciting back-and-forth affair in Pool D. The Cincinnati Bearcats, the number 3 seed out of the Southeast region. The Keene State Owls, the number 4 seed out of the Northeast region. State leading 3-2, out shooting the Bearcats 26-23. Face-off is touched forward there by the Owls and back into the Cincinnati end. All the way down goes Tossie. It bounces onto the stick of Poulin, and circling across the center ice is Drew Merrick. Puck's sitting behind the net. Tossie has it now. Far side point, Silva plays it out there. I'll pass it over for Poulin. Poulin fakes a shot. Now he fires, glove down by Mallette, and he'll get the whistle. Sebastian Mallette coming in relief at the 17:24 mark of the first period after Michael Weber allowed 3 goals on 15 shots. And the same thing happened yesterday, JP. Cincinnati gave up 3, switched goalies, and roared back to score 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's like they get their feet off their goaltender that's playing right there. You get that switch, and it's like, okay, something's got to happen here, and they start to go to work.
The other game in Pool D coming tonight at 7 p.m., the Lindenwood Lions at 1-1 will face off against the Northern Arizona Ice Jacks at 0-2. Northern Arizona is eliminated. Cincinnati needs to win in order to keep their hopes alive. A backdoor play and a save by Testa!
What a save.
A breakaway by Brandon Armstrong as he's denied by Testa.
I'm surprised he didn't get a slashing penalty. A lot of the Cincinnati fans are calling for it.
As am I with you.
Yeah.
Push forward. Here comes Nutting down the right wing. Has a man breaking with him.
Nice
that was
play.
Silva, and a good job there by Rossiter to break it up. Pucks it up ahead. 2-on-1 go the Bearcats. That's Mattia. Down the right wing, he fires a shot, fought off by Testa, and it goes out of play.
Cincinnati's going to shoot high. Their target's high because Testa's not exactly the tallest goalie in the world, and he goes down quick. So all their shots, they're trying to hit the top corners on him.
Carlin Testa standing 5'8", 155 pounds. But JP, when he gets in goal, he fills it in. He's very much a Jonathan Quick-style goalie to take away everything down low and kind of expand himself to get up in the zone and do a good job of keeping the upper shots out of play.
Yep. He definitely does. He goes down. He does a good job of covering the lower half of the net and try and make up for the top half. And that's a style, but sometimes that can hurt you. And we seen it the other day against Lindenwood. You know, they scored a lot of goals up high.
He's been victimized once in the top shelf today. The other goal, a slap play and a net mouth crash that just beat him 5-hole. That courtesy of Brandon Armstrong. Tie up in the far side corner. Escaping with it come Keene State in the person of Mario Serra. Played out wide for Carignan. Carignan dumps it into the Cincinnati end. First one there is Harmon. He ties up there with Donald Ennis. Behind the net, they do battle in the far side corner. Lusignan to the point for the take there by Sanders. Goes over for Federico. Near side corner, Okada receives there for Cincinnati. Near side point there, you see Scheinberg, who plays it out to center. Over the crest of center ice and down the left wing comes Von Kaiserlin. He fakes a shot, swallowed up by Testa, and there's a whistle with 6:23 to go here in the second period. And the Owls of Keene State leading the Bearcats in Cincinnati by a 3-2 score.
Back and forth. It's a prize fight here. One team puts on the pressure, then it happens the other way. It's just back and forth. These make for great games, man.
Both teams know that their seasons hang in the balance based on the actions that they put forth here on this 200 by 85 sheet of frozen water. And we're so happy that you at home are joining us here on the ACHA Broadcast Network as it's an offsides play by the Bearcats. If you miss any of the action, you just want to get a recap, or you just want to celebrate your team's victory, it's going to be tonight. ACHA tonight, 11:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Highlights, analysis, and all the stuff that you need to know about your team, your national tournament experience, and setting up the national semifinals, which will take place tomorrow at the Comerica Center in Frisco.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day tomorrow for 4 teams.
2 of those teams already know their destiny. The UMass Minutemen and the Northeastern Huskies will play each other tomorrow in one of the semifinals, as this one's swallowed up and held onto by Mallet. Those 2 teams threw on the virtue of perfect 2-0 records in their respective pools A and C earlier yesterday. So both those teams will be playing purely for just exercise, and the other teams in those pools will be playing purely for pride.
Yeah, you got the teams that clinch getting a chance to rest their starters and to remain healthy for the big games tomorrow.
Pool D, as we've been talking about all day, is very much up for grabs. 3 teams still alive coming into Sunday Fun Day, as I like to call it, JP. And in Pool B, it's 1 game. There can be only one. The UNH Wildcats will take on the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m., and that is a winner-take-all game. Florida Gulf has the tiebreaker, so in the event of a tie, the Eagles would advance. In come the slot, and a shot taken by Bersinger, stood up at the line there. That by Silva. Rack flubs on the shot, and now taken by the Owls. Circling back with it here for the Cincinnati Bearcats is Larbus. Larbus goes off the glass and out to center. Controlled there by Melissa. He goes over for the take by Poulin. Poulin, backhanded, takes a hard check, as it looks like Kiplinger was trying to put him into the bench, as he was done earlier in the first. On the far side boards, Poulin. A breakout pass goes through the stick there of Carignan, and down the left wing, here comes Larbus. Larbus plays it into the slot. Melissa there to intercept for Keene State. Controlled quickly by Lang. Far side corner. Lang ties up there with Sweeney. In to help out is Melissa. Far side corner there, you see the take by Hiljabovich. To the point he goes. Back down low for Hiljabovich on the far side half court. He spins off the check there of Sweeney. Taken around and goes back to the point. Touched out to center by Mensing, and it goes back into the Cincinnati end. Mensing there to get it, but it's touched forward there by Cincinnati in the person of Dorf. Down the left wing is a 2-on-1. It's Lang. He fires a shot going wide. Tied up in the back door with Joe Clark and Roman Hiljabovich. Starting up with it for Keene State, there goes Bertone. Drops a pass off, it's Blanchard on the left wing. Blanchard dips it into the Cincinnati end. Near side corner, he does battle there with Rossinger. And starting up with it is Dorf. Rossinger, I apologize. Yep. Down the right wing, here's a take by Lang. He fires a shot, steered away by Testa. Played up to the point and not out as Okada keeps it in for Cincinnati. Lang in the far side corner. Pulls it into the slot. Stolen away by Blanchard. He spins away from the forecheck of Mattia, who has one of the 2 Cincinnati goals today. Spinning away is Bertone. Try to feed a pass up ahead, but it's intercepted, and quickly back for the Owls come Poulin. A clearing pass goes on to the stick of Bertone. 1-on-3 as he's got nobody with him. 1-on-4, and instead he plays it out. Interception. Here come the Bearcats in the person of Mattia. Down the right wing, Mattia fires a shot. Saved by Testa the Reasons. They score! Carlin Testa left it alone in the crease. Brandon Armstrong saw it. Fills the empty net, and we are tied at 3.
Yeah, Testa had the puck come at him. He made the initial save, but lost control of the puck. And that the puck might have gone in off of one of the defensemen in front.
And for Brandon Armstrong, that's his 2nd goal of the game at the 16:15 mark of the 2nd period. His 4th of the tournament, JP. That one goes out of play. Brandon Armstrong, another clutch goal for the Bearcats. And Nick Okada will get himself on the score sheet with an assist as the Bearcats tie the game at 3 with 3:37 to go in the 2nd period. JP, they've done it again. 3-goal deficit. Swap your goalie. Come back and tie the game.
This team really knows how to erase a deficit, don't they?
There is absolutely no quit in this Bearcat team. And now if you're Coach Bobby Rodriguez, you got to figure out what you're doing here, because Keene State has not been in this position before. They had a good, comfortable lead against Northern Arizona. They gave up the first goal, but then rattled off 5 straight. And against Lindenwood the other day, they trailed right from the jump, being down 4-0 after the first period. Here they have a lead that has now vanished. Is that shot saved by Mallet? He fought off the bomb by Carignan in the slot.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're Coach Rodriguez, there's going to be a penalty here.
And a silly penalty to be taken there by Mario Serra. As the team captain, he slams his stick, breaks it on the boards. The frustration by Keene State is clearly evident as in the near side corner, the touch is made by Noah Sanders. And now we're going to wonder if there's anything else coming from that. As Serra, he collided in front with, it looked like it was Rossiter. Rossiter went down. They call roughing on Mario Serra. And we're going to see if there's anything else coming from that. So far, nothing has been put on the clock. We have a signal for roughing on Serra. And either way, Cincinnati's going to go back to the power play. They are 0 for 1 on the day with 2 shots on goal. .17:06 the time of the penalty as Serra gets 2 minutes for roughing. And this puck is cleared all the way down. Okada has to retrieve it as coming in hard is Lusignan. He's going to get there first. Lusignan and Okada tie up in the near side corner. Lusignan is rubbed off there, and Okada has it stolen away from him by the forecheck of Boldy. Taken away by Rossiter. He goes down the left wing, Okada. Okada's going to be the quarterback on this power play. He's got the cannon from the point that we mentioned, JP, and Bearcats going to try to set him up.
Oh, they got it.
Taking a spill there was Poulin as it's tied up in the near side corner. Behind the net of Carlin Testa, who watches anxiously as seconds tick away from the Bearcat power play, which has 1:20 left on it, and 2:10 to go here in the second period. To the point, it bounces up in the air and cleared all the way out to center by Lusignan. Out to play it is Mellette. 1:10 to go in this power play, 2:02 to go in the second period. The Bearcats have come back and erased the 3-goal deficit. We're now tied at 3. Long stretch pass. That'll feed it.
No penalty. Wow.
By Armstrong. And how is that not a call?
Unbelievable.
Listen, we are neutral broadcasters. We have no dog in the fight, but I got to tell you, I feel like Cincinnati's getting the short end of the stick on this one.
That was a bad no call.
That one sticked away by Testa on the near side boards, and it's cleared all the way down by Aaron Harmon.
I mean, what are you looking at?
That was about as obvious of a trip as we've seen,
The guy's
JP.
got the puck going in, and there's a slap to his skate, and no call. Come on.
And the Cincinnati bench incensed by it, but they only have 28 seconds with which to work on this power play as into the far side corner goes Kiplinger. Behind the net, he rattles it around to the near side corner. Kiplinger throws it back down low. He's looking and finding Scammon. Out for Kiplinger. Looking in the near side corner. Walking up to the half boards with 12 to go in the power play. Gets a pass back from Hiljabovic that goes through him. Federico goes off the glass and takes a bounce to the corner. Okada feeds it in front. It goes wide. 2 seconds and 1. Keene State back to 5-on-5. No shots on goal on the power play there for the Bearcats. That one tipped in front, steered away by Federico. Under a minute to go here in the second period. Bearcats have tied the game at 3 and looking for more as that one goes through the stick of Okada. That's Bersinger sending it around. Federico there to retrieve it. Bersinger has it knocked away from him, but he gets it back. Into the corner, looking for a give and go. Bersinger can't pull the trigger. Far side corner has it stolen away from him. Nutting will start up in a 3-on-1 for the Owls with 26 to go in the period. Carrington leaves it off there for Lusignan. Looking in front for Carrington, but it doesn't go through. Lusignan sent down the guy's hard. That shot fought off by Mellette. Outside the Bearcats with 16 to go. And a big collision at the blue line. That sends Larbus down. Here comes Cincinnati in a 2-on-1. It's Dorf. Backhand play. He's looking for Larbus in front. Shot. Score! Looks like Talebi got it through the blocker of Testa. And the Bearcats, with 6.4 seconds left in the second period, have come all the way back, and they lead 4-3. Four goals in the second period here for Cincinnati. If it is in fact Talebi's goal, that's going to be his first of the tournament. And no time like here and now to get your first. We'll have to wait for the official scoring if it was Talebi or Larbus. 2 players collided on the puck and snuck it through the blocker of Testa. And the buzzer sounds the end of the second period. Keene State started the period up 3-0. They are now trailing 4-3. Shots on goal in the second period. 17 for Cincinnati, 29 on the 2 periods, and 11 for Keene State. They have 28. 11, yes, they have 28. My math is completely off. As we go down to ice level, here is John Peterson with Keene State head coach. Hold on 1 second. Working on some technical difficulties here. JP's got to pair his mic again. And we have the green light. John Peterson with head coach Bobby Rodriguez. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down.
All right, we do apologize for the technical difficulties here as the mic cut out on John Peterson, so we were not able to bring you that interview with head coach Bobby Rodriguez, but you can guess that he's not too pleased with what his team did there in the second period as JP almost takes a little tumble as we bring you close to the second period. We're going to catch our breath and come back for an exciting third period here on the 2019 ACHA Men's Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network.
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like it even more than birthday cake.
Come on. You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy. Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on. You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy. Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on. You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy. Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come Come on!
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned at Stony Brook is that you have to work for it and you have to take it.
The students are bringing fresh minds to the question.
We go far beyond campus confines to bring our expertise to global problems.
Stony Brook's just giving me that chance to prove my potential.
You ready? This guy's not ready. You're not ready. Let's go!
Hockey heads are special, which is why we protect them with a helmet designed, built, and tested to endure real-world hockey impacts.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like even more than birthday cake.
Come on! You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate! Skate! Pass it! You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck! Come on!
My experience at Stony Brook was everything. It completely changed my life.
Since coming here, I've had my conception of humanity expanded.
The most important lesson I've learned.
And welcome back to the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Broadcast Network. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson, we have an exciting game for you here, folks. The Cincinnati Bearcats, the Southeast 3, against the Keene State Owls, the Northeast 4. Keene State was up 3-0 after the opening 20 minutes of play, and they chased Michael Weber, bringing in Sebastian Mallette. The same thing happened yesterday against Northern Arizona for the Bearcats. And Cincinnati responded. 4 goals in the second period. Danny Mattia, 2 by Brandon Armstrong, and 1 by Kyle Talebi, who...
I asked him who scored that last goal.
Out in front, Talebi, when I was Mattia with a shot, and Carlin Testa steers it away.
How's that?
And Kyle Talebi scoring his first goal of the tournament, and a perfect time to do so for the Bearcats, who move right to left in the white jerseys with red numbers and the red and black striping on the front, on the shoulders, and Testa sitting on his wallet, squeezes the pads together.
They said they have to talk to the referees before the game to let him know that he doesn't hear you. If you talk to him, you've got to be like right in front of him so he can read your mouth, you know? And it's remarkable.
The story, as you mentioned here, JP, and he's got the go-ahead goal right now for his Bearcats, who are 20 minutes away from
Columbus?
That Dublin, Ohio. Yes, sir. Beautiful host of the 2017 National Championship Tournament. And have gotten a chance to check out the Comerica Center in Frisco, Texas. It is a state-of-the-art facility for our needs. Video boards, the whole 9 yards. We got these goals. Plano, I mean, this Children's Health Star Center, a 2-shift hospitality here in Texas.
Yeah, we have.
I was told when we got off the plane that anybody, genuine niceness of all the people we've interacted with here. In the Cincinnati fan section here, and these guys have been phenomenal. And all that goes live at 11:30 p.m. Coleman and Brett Luther talking about this action here today. As down the left wing comes Jimmy Bursinger, cuts back in front. Kiplinger throws it off the near side boards. Testa will play it behind the net. 2 minutes have gone by in the third period. Cincinnati leading Keene State 4-3. Shots on that shot fought off by Mallette. In the far side corner, Ennis pokes it forward to Sweeney, now to the point for a shot by Poole, and is blocked off by the diving play of Brady Kiplinger, and we get a whistle. 2:23 gone.
Big moment in the game here, offensive faceoff for...
Sweeney has it, another block by Rossiter, selling out to keep the lead. That's what it's all about. Keene State bench hits a player, and the Cincy fans wanted a too-many-men call.
The difference was the guy was not on the ice. He was actually up in the air.
Absolutely. The door was open as the Cincinnati...
Keene State for an extra hit. Poulin, I think...
Power play. They're 0 for 2 on the man advantage with 2 shots on goal on the game. 16:56. Tomato, potato.
It's 2 minutes regardless.
That's it, 2 minutes or less at 3:03 of the third period. Pushing in front of the Keene State bench, it goes to the point. There's a walk-in by Dorf, and fought off by Testa. Out in front, but played out of harm's way by Sweeney. Looking in front, it goes off the stick of Testa. Larbus has it behind his own net. To the point, it goes for Dorf. Dorf walks the blue line, far side corner, a play back for the take there. That's Hiljabovich. He goes down low. This power play, 16:25 to go in the third. Keene State trailing from down legally so, and Dorf will start out for the Bear, and gets around a big crunching check there, though. It goes through Larbus and down into the near side corner for the take there by Kiplinger. Goal!
Wow, waving it off.
They're going to rule goaltender interference. The shot from the point by Hiljabovich. The shot from the point by Hiljabovich. It went through Testa, who was on his stomach, courtesy of a passing Bearcat. The goal will come off the board, and we remain 4-3. You see Nick Okada having a discussion with the referee at center ice as to find out why.
There was no goal under the play. He contacted the goaltender. No goal under the play.
And you hear the official announcement as there was goaltender interference waving off the goal. No penalty will come of it, but the goal will not count. So Cincinnati will have 45 seconds left on their power play. They lead 4-3 with 15:41 to go here in the third period. And JP, I think the refs got that one right.
Yeah, most likely. It's hard to tell with all the people in front, but if it's anything close. You did look down there. You did see the goalie on his stomach as the puck passed by, and you know Tessa's not going to just fall down like that.
Serra and Mattia will square up for this faceoff. It's one forward by Serra. Back to take it is Okada. Had Serra all over him. A pair of number 6s that also happen to be the captains of their respective teams, as this one circled back there by Noah Sanders. Has it stolen away from him. Right wing, backdoor play. It sits loose in the crease. Testa dives to keep it out. It's under the stick of Federico and sent all the way down. 20 seconds to go in the power play for Cincinnati. 15:15 left in the third. The Bearcats lead the Owls 4-3. Down the right wing, there goes Scammon. 3-on-2, he dishes it off for Rossiter. Back for Scammon, a shot blocked off by Sanders. Scammon has it again. 5 seconds left in the power play for Cincinnati. Behind the net, that's Rossiter. Near side corner, out in front, saved by Testa. Another save by Testa, and the rebound score! Logan Rossiter! Testa made the first save and the second save, but Rossiter there to lift it over the sprawled out senior. And Cincinnati goes up 5-3 with 5:06 gone by in the third.
There's nothing you can do as a goaltender when the guy has that many shots at it. Rossiter had two shots at it, standing all alone in front. That's why you got to stay out of the box in these games.
And a great job by Cincinnati, relentless on the forecheck. They're officially going to get credited with 2 shots on goal in the power play. It was an even strength goal, and Cincinnati.
The Cincinnati family's got to be a lot happier now.
So Armstrong and Scammon will get the assists. That one's fought off by Millette. That's Rossiter's first of the tournament, and no bigger goal than there as he increases Cincinnati's lead to 2. Up the near side, half boards, it's played out to center. In front of the Keene State bench, it's played all the way down, but no icing on the near side boards. Rack again, plays it out wide. A nice break-in pass and a keep by Nutting. Joe Nutting plays it in front, tried to get a pass back. It goes in his feet. He's met there by Rack. In front, Sweeney. It bounces up into the paraphernalia of Lusignan, and out starts Cincinnati. A between the legs pass by Larbus. He gets it back down the left wing. Larbus, toe drag around. He goes in front. Fought off by Testa, and he'll get the whistle. What a nifty little move there by Luke Larbus.
Yeah, Luke Larbus showing the skills with the stick, putting the puck through his legs to clear it on a pass out, and then going a little dipsy-do around the defenseman.
6:30 gone by in the third period. The Bearcats of Cincinnati leading the Owls of Keene State by a 5-3 margin. Shots on goal in the third period thus far are 9-4 in favor of Cincinnati, who have really turned this game on after going 3-0 down in the first period, JP.
Yeah, and the Keene State players, and after that goal was scored, they just seemed like so deflated after they giving up that goal.
To the near side corner, Okada plays it in deep. Poulin ties up there with Mattia. Up to the near side half boards. Play it out to center. Silva has to double back. He can't get it out of the zone. Circling with it was Armstrong, but he's pickpocketed by Silva, who plays it out into the Cincinnati end. Okada, a long pass, finds Armstrong. He finds Mattia. Mattia posts up. Armstrong kicks it up to himself. Okada, a nice move to the backhand. He goes wide. Rattles around to the far side corner. Taken there by Levasseur. Behind the net. To the point it goes, and it's intercepted. A blind backhanded pass. Barely gets to the stick of Drew Merrick, and he'll break out Mario Serra. Serra has the puck knocked off of his stick by Ennis. And out starts Cincinnati. Down the left wing, it's Mattia. He's met there by Sanders. Mattia and Sanders exchanging pleasantries, as circling back with it for the moment is Federico. Federico, left wing play. Up ahead. Here goes Carrigan 3-on-2. Takes it to the left wing. Carrigan a shot, and a save made by Millette. To the near far side corner, Serra has it behind the net. He ties up there with Mattia. Cincinnati doing an excellent job of getting players in deep. And we are going to get a penalty coming up here to Keene State, as another penalty will most likely be called here on Keene State. Down the left wing, there goes Levasseur. To the bench went Millette for the extra skater. Drop pass for Rossiter. Throws it towards goal, but the pass is knocked down. Okada, he'll steer it back into his own net. Delayed penalty 6-on-5 here for the Bearcats. Okada plays it up ahead for the take by Lang. He'll go across there for Bersinger. Bersinger 1-on-3. Shot fought off by Testa. Into the far side corner. First one there to get it is Dorf. And finally the touch is made by Keene State. Cincinnati will go back to the power play with 11:34 to go here in the third period. They have a 5-3 lead.
Two for a cross check.
Mario Serra will be the guilty party. The Keene State captain gets 2 minutes for a cross check. And the time of that penalty is 8:26. Cincinnati 0 for 3 with the man advantage today. 4 shots on goal on their 4 opportunities. This face-off is won by the Bearcats and touched forward there by Hiljabovic, but now outstart the Owls 2-on-1 short-handed. Down the left wing is Boldy. Boldy looks in front. A backhand play goes just off the stick of looked like Clark. Lusignan goes in deep. He's met there by Dorf. Dorf has it. Feeds it around for Hiljabovic. Back pass for Dorf. And Samuel Dorf will skate out very deliberately. 1:35 to go on the power play for Cincinnati. Down the left wing, here's Matija. He posts up, moving it in front. He was looking for Holjabovich, and it goes out and all the way down. 11 minutes remaining here in the third period. The Cincinnati Bearcats leading 5-3. A win or a tie for Cincinnati, and they are through to the semifinals, where they will await the winner of Florida Gulf Coast and the University of New Hampshire.
Well, they're looking really good right now.
Down the left wing, there goes Bersinger. He puts in front. He scores! Jimmy Bersinger lost his stick on the way, and he puts it 5-0 on Carlin Testa. It's a power play goal for the Bearcats, and they lead 6-3.
Just a nice play by Bersinger. Picks up the puck, goes coast to coast, getting around a bunch of Keene State players and beating the goaltender through the legs.
And for Bersinger, that is his first goal of the tournament. And again, what a time to register it, as with 9:20 gone in the third period, the Bearcats have established a 3-goal lead, a power play goal by Cincinnati. That goal, the only shot on goal in the power play for the Bearcats, but really, JP, it's the only one they needed.
Yeah, basically.
Finally get a face-off here at center ice. There's a little bit of a delay there. I'm not really sure what that was about.
They're making the backup goalie for Keene State put on his helmet. I wonder if they're going to make a goalie change.
No, I don't know. If they were, they would have probably done it already.
They're making him put on his helmet because he had a hat on the bench. So.
Yeah, actually, that was Jordan Puzo. And Shane Gorey, earlier in pool play, actually was wearing a cowboy hat on the Keene State bench earlier.
Yeah.
Down the right wing, here goes Lang, looking for more. Far side corner, Lang. Collision in front of the slot. And another penalty on Keene State. Interference is going to be the call. And JP, I think the Owls are just starting to get unraveled here.
Yeah, I think they've already become unraveled, Andrew.
Lucas Poulin, 2 minutes for interference as the Bearcats go back to the power play with 10-12 to go in the third period. That's Poulin's second penalty of the period here, JP.
Yeah, I think they're just totally shaken by this offensive outburst in Cincinnati.
1 for 4 on the power play of the Bearcats with 5 shots on goal during the man advantage. To the point it goes. Goes through the legs of Okada, and on a second effort, Okada keeps it in. A nice job there by Nick Okada. A backhand saucer pass, backdoor play, and it goes just wide. It actually hit the stick of Noah Sanders and bounced in behind the net, tended by Carlin Testa to our left. In the near side corner, Lou Signan will play it up but not out as Okada keeps it in. Sent back around, it goes around the net. Here's Rossiter behind the net. Looking in front, he was trying to find Armstrong. Armstrong looking for the hat trick today, JP, as outstart the Owls. Down the left wing, a nice move there to get the shoulder by Lou Signan. His shot, I think Mallette might have gotten a piece of it. And outstart Cincinnati. 2 Bearcats collide. That was Rossiter and Scammon. As at the red line, here comes Okada into the Keene State end. Okada circles, looking for help. Finds it in a cross-ice pass. That's to Matija. Matija walks the line. He goes over for Okada. At the top of the ACHA logo, he feeds Matija. Matija with a shot through the crease. Rattles all the way around and out to center ice. 1 minute gone by in the power play for the Bearcats. 9:09 remaining in the third period. Cincinnati, 6 unanswered goals thus far as they lead 6-3 over Keene State. Here's Armstrong holding at the near side boards. Intercepted, and away with this starts Carignan. Kyle Carignan down the right wing, dips the shoulder, rubbed off there by Dorf, and a good job by Samuel Dorf to deny the onslaught there by Carignan. Out with a head of steam starts Matija, has a man breaking with him. Matija has it pickpocketed from him. Serra drops the pass off, and now here come the Owls 2-on-2. Carignan and Serra. Carignan goes down the left wing, looking for Serra in front. It goes back behind the net, and out starts Cincinnati. That's Holjabovich down the left wing that you see. Dropping a pass into the slot there. A shot by Talebi goes wide. Talebi has it again. And a save by Testa. And he's bowled over by his own man. And now Carlin Testa gets up and has a go at one of the Bearcats. I believe that was Armstrong.
But you know what? It was his own man who pushed him into the goaltender. So Testa should be upset with his defenseman.
Absolutely. That was the back check there by Mario Serra, pushing a man into his own goaltender. And so Carlin Testa, you can see he's clearly rattled by this onslaught, JP. And the Keene State Owls are really starting to come unraveled.
Yeah, they are. It's not a good look when you're down 6-3 the way they are. The one thing that you look at on Cincinnati side, there's nothing you can do if you're getting pushed into the goaltender. You're just going to have to go over him. You know, you really can't stop yourself when somebody's getting at you from behind and cross-checking you down. Let me ask you this, Andrew. Yesterday, the game winner was Armstrong, right?
Yeah.
He's got 2 goals and 2 assists right now in this one.
Does.
He may be the star of this one as well.
Well, I will leave that decision entirely up to you, Mr. John Peterson. Stick around following the game. We'll have an interview with the player of the game, and we'll break down this game very quickly, get some final thoughts, and we can set up potential semifinal game tomorrow. Cincinnati is in with a win or a tie. Keene State needs 4 goals in the next 8 minutes and 20 seconds to have a shot at advancing. And that'll start out Sweeney. Sweeney pushes forward. He's flipped over and gloves it down from his stomach. That's a long breakout pass. As back out of the box comes Poulin, and we'll get a whistle.
Offside.
For an offsides play, but hold on 1 second. It looks like the linesman, Tim Holt, he may be signaling for something.
Bench minor?
Are we going to have too many men on the ice? It looks like the linesman, Tim Holt, is making the call here. 2 men on the ice, penalty for Keene State as we hit the media timeout.
Well, we don't know if it's a penalty yet. He's just going over to explain something.
Well, either way, we're going to sort this out as we take a media timeout. This is the 2019 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament on the ACHA Broadcast Network.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Budget Car Rental, the preferred rental agency of the ACHA. Hogan Transportation, official tournament partners of the 2019 ACHA National Championships. Edge Protect, protecting goalie skate blades since 2004 and official sponsor of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
Welcome back to the Children's Health Star Center here in Plano, Texas. 8:08 remaining in the third period in this game between the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Keene State Owls. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson taking you through the action here. Cincinnati trailed 3-0 after the first period. They switched goalies at the end of the first period, bringing in Sebastian Mallette in relief of Michael Weber, and they have come back with 6 unanswered goals here in the last 2 periods of play. Shots on goal in the period, or on the game, excuse me, are 41-30 in favor of Cincinnati. On the period, it's 12 for the Bearcats and 12 for the Owls. So before we went to break, there was a whistle for an offsides play. It looked like our linesman Tim Holt was signaling for a penalty for Keene State. Nothing happened, so we do play 5-a-side with the next 8:06 to go. Keene State needs 4 goals in the next 8 minutes and a helper from Northern Arizona later on tonight in order to be able to advance. Cincinnati just has to hang on as they would advance into semifinal play with a win or a tie. That shot from the point is swallowed up by Mallette. We'll get a whistle.
Feels like it's been a while since Mallette's had a shot at it. Again, we're hoping this wireless mic works for the interview afterwards. I don't know, maybe if Justin's down here, he could try and test putting it on, if he can hear me.
We'll figure it out as this one's played into the far side corner by Tossi. He has to reverse direction as on the forecheck was Carrigan. Stolen away there by Rack. Rack will play it up for a long clearing attempt by Larbus all the way down. And this will be an icing. Every second that ticks away for Keene State is 1 more second that they have to fight. As we'll attempt to pair the mic.
Have a good connection.
All right, thank you, Justin. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. That's our TB Justin coming in clutch there. The magic of live TV, ladies and gentlemen. Close to the point. A shot there was taken by Watkins and blocked off by Hiljabovich. Near side corner. Stolen away by Rack. He goes up the boards, and since there was no defenseman to keep it in for Keene, it goes out to center. 6:55 to go in the third period. The Owls of Keene State trailing 6-3 to the Bearcats of Cincinnati. Behind the net, Mallette leaves it off. Direction is reversed one more time for the take there by Mattia. He's rubbed off there by the forecheck of Serra. Behind the net, it's Ennis. He goes up. It's intercepted. Backhand pass, looking in front for Nutting, a shot. Saved by Millett. A backhanded by Nutting and fought off by Millett. Near side corner, it's stolen away. And to the point it goes, a take. Shot blocked on the way. The shot taken by Clark, who has it now. And another save by Millett as that one rattles around. Armstrong, harassed the whole way by Nutting, goes off the boards and not out. Clark reverses, it's kept in at the line. A shot by Clark deflected, it goes wide. Throws it in front, blocked down by Rack. Up the wall it goes, and there's 57 to go in the third period. And the Keene State Owls need 3. They're buzzing, but they trail 6-3.
Keene State applying the pressure, but Cincinnati doing a great job of keeping Keene State away from the net, not letting them get any quality scoring chances. Most of the stuff is either getting blocked or pushed aside by the forwards.
Face-off will be to the left of Sebastian Mallette. Chased out is Stephen Lang. Coming in is Ben Scheinberg. Scheinberg ties up there, and the puck is played on the near side boards. Swung back around by Carrigan. He tries to do it himself, but is rubbed off there, and Ennis will take over for Cincinnati. Has the puck stripped from him by Serra. Carrigan fires a shot blocked down by Okada. He has it now, a breakout pass just out of the reach of McAllister. He'll win the race, though, as it's in the near side corner with 5:35 to go. Taken now by Keene State in the person of Aaron Harmon. He goes up the near side boards. There's Carrigan. Carrigan looking for a man breaking with him. He was trying to find Bertone, but instead it's Clark. Over the red line, it's backhanded down, gloved by Rossiter in front of his own goal. Off the near side boards, Rossiter plays it, it's back in on an offside play, so Keene has to regroup. 5:15 to go in the third period. The Owls leading the Bearcats, but the Owls trailing the Bearcats 6-3. As bodies are flying all over the place, temper's really starting to flare. Looks like a couple people wanted to try to go, and our referees say just go on and play, boys.
If you're Cincinnati, you got to stay away from that stuff. You got a chance to do something special here.
Yeah, now don't forget, any penalties that Keene State incur that do carry supplemental discipline, they will carry over to next year, JP.
Yeah.
That one wrapped around for the take there by Blanchard. He fans on the pass, and it's intercepted. Down the wing, there goes Lang. Lang has a man with him, it's Larbus, gets a pass back. And it's on goal and covered up by Testa with 4:39 to go in the third period. And the Bearcats leading the Owls 6-3.
Yeah, no matter how rough it gets out there, if you're Cincinnati, you just got to skate away. You can't really make any type of challenges like that or answer them because you don't want to risk any type of suspension for tomorrow's game. You're up 6-3 here with 4:39 left to go. You've basically got to win here if you play the right way.
Face off to the left of Testa. He stopped 36 of 42, and he stops another one there, make it 37 of 43. As we're going to throw it back to the 90s with a little Macarena.
There you go. If you start doing it, Shapiro, I'm
Nope.
going to hit you.
Nope. Absolutely not. I may be a product of the 90s, but that's the one black mark on my generation. One of many, but we'll go with that.
Okay.
Push forward, and it's knocked down at the blue line and swung back into the Keene State end. Rack plays a long cross-ice pass, and it's an offsides play as Hiljabovich was just ahead of the blue line. And the period announcer is trying to get people to dance.
No, what are you doing?
Folks, it's 12:30 in the morning here, or 12:30 in the afternoon here in Frisco. 1:30 if you're watching on the East Coast, and 11:30 if you're watching in Mountain Time. And the Cincinnati fans behind us, they're getting into it, JP.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why.
Face off just outside the Cincinnati blue line, and it's swung back into the Bearcats' end. Goes through the legs of Rack. Near side corner, off the glass. It bounces up to center ice, and it has to be corralled there by Federico. 4:12 to go in the third period. Long breakout pass. Touchdown and off the glove of Joey Silva. Rack has it for Cincy. Off the glass, he goes out to center. Through the stick there of Sanders. Back for Sweeney. A backhanded pass just out of the reach of everybody and touched out to center by Tossi. In came Sweeney, and the Bearcats have it. Two Bearcats collided with each other, and they have to regroup back in their own end.
Oh, that was a bad hit.
Long clapper goes off the boards and out to center. That's Hiljabovich with the puck. To the point he goes. Played out, and there's Hiljabovich again. Cross-ice pass. That'll spring Larbus. Or, pardon me, that is Scammon. Scammon has it in the far side corner. Swings it back around. Boldy will tie up there with Talebi. Boldy pushes out. Breakout pass just out of the reach of Silva, and it rolls all the way down.
Nice.
No icing as the puck dies, and it goes to Okada in the far side corner. Swung back through for Armstrong to play it out to center. At the crest of center ice, it's floated back in on goal, and a nice save made by Mallette with 3:09 to go here in the third period. The Bearcats 3 minutes away from the semifinals and a date with either Florida Gulf Coast or UNH. Here's Carrigan on the left wing. Shot saved by Mallette. Rattles around to the near side wing. Armstrong plays it up ahead, and it's pulled back into the Keene State end by Levasseur. Melissi there for Keene State. He reverses direction with 2:50 to go in the third. Behind his own net, Clark will take it back. Waiting for a breakout pass, a long stretch pass just out of the reach of Nutting, all the way down. Mellette has to steer it into the corner, which negates the icing. Out in front,
nice
Nutting was
play.
trying to look for Carignan. Serra has it now. Serra between his own legs on the near side boards. Fights off the forecheck of Ennis and gets it off for a play by Lusignan. Backdoor play and a nice save by Mellette to hug the post. Out in front, Serra couldn't find it. Here's Poulin, he fires, and a diving block there by Mattia. Shot by Clark, saved by Mellette. And we're going to get a whistle as the net is off its moorings.
Cincinnati Bearcats selling out all over the ice trying to get in front of these shots.
Danny Mattia selling out. He blocked one, he dove for another one. He missed the block, but it did go on goal, and a nice save by Sebastian Mellette. 2:17 to go in the third period. 6-3 lead for the Bearcats. Face-off is to the left of Sebastian Mellette, but we're going to get a timeout by Cincinnati as they were forced to keep a tired 5 out there, so they're going to have to rest their players.
Yeah, Coach Kangas knows what's at stake here. He doesn't want to have anything go wrong. Even though you're up 3 with only 2:17 left, you don't want to take any chances whatsoever.
The Bearcats are 2 minutes and 17 seconds away from a berth in the national semifinal and a date with either Florida Gulf Coast University or the University of New Hampshire. Their opponent would be decided tonight at 7:30 p.m. And we hope you'll join us here on the ACHA Broadcast Network. Brett Luther and John Peterson will be on the call for that exciting game.
I'll tell you what, whoever Cincinnati plays, it's going to be a tough game for them.
And here in Pool D, there's one other game of note. It's going to be Lindenwood taking on Northern Arizona. Now, if Keene State does score 3 goals in the next 2:17, we'll go to overtime. And then if Keene State wins, that will create some interesting situations. However, if results hold, Cincinnati locks up the pool and means that the Northern Arizona Lindenwood game tonight would mean absolutely nothing.
No, it really doesn't matter what happens as long as Cincinnati either ties or wins. If they win, they advance. If they tie, they advance. So they just need 1 point out of this whole scenario.
On the other side, the Marion Sabres getting their first win of the national tournament, a 3-1 victory over the Utah State Aggies. That game, of course, a pride game, as will the rest of the games be today, with the exception of UNH and Florida Gulf. Face-off is to the left of Sebastian Mellette, and JP, I'm almost surprised that Bobby Rodriguez hasn't pulled Carlin Testa to go for broke.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-goal deficit. It's 2:14 to go.
I mean, 3 or 4, it really doesn't matter.
Not much you're going to do.
Yep. And now we just got to make sure that everybody behaves themselves as tempers are starting to flare. Carignan a shot. A diving block by Rossiter. He sells out and keeps it out. Puck rolls all the way down. Larbus is going to win the race, but Testa has to come out and play it. Testa steers it around with 1:54 to go in the third. Clark is chipped out to center. Taken away by Cincinnati in the person of Dorf. He'll just send it back in. Serra has it. Long route reach pass. That'll go to Watkins. Watkins met there as it's Carignan. Goes through the legs there of Harmon and back into the Cincinnati end. Off the glass, it's touched down by Bersinger. Out to the slot, a drop pass, Carignan a shot. Blocker saved by Mellette. Samuel Dorf wraps it around. Sent in farther by Poulin, but only as far as the take by his opposite 15, Brady Kiplinger. Puck's in off the glass and all the way down, and this will be an icing. Larbus and Kiplinger will have to stay out with 1:17 to go here in the third period. It's a 6-3 lead for Cincinnati. And Cincinnati sitting on the verge of perfection in pool play. Keene State, a 3-0 lead after 20 minutes. They chase Michael Weber, and it remains to be seen how they respond here. Behind the net, here's Rack. Backhander to the far side boards, glove down by Larbus. Skied out to center, it's going to be taken there by Bersinger. He'll send it in and go for a change. 1:05 to go in the third period. Near side corner, taken out by Keene State in the person of Sanders. He plays it up ahead, it's stolen there by Lang. In walk the Owls. It's through the feet of Lang. Back check there, and it's out at the center. Sanders has it for Keene State. 2 Bearcats on him as it's pent back in to the Cincinnati end. Behind the net, there's a play by Rack. Poked out to center. That by Lang. Federico has it in his own zone with 38 to go in the period. Touched forward by Bertone. Sent back into the center ice play. There goes a backhander by Lang. In behind the net, Federico to play it with 27 to go in the period. Reverse back around for the take by Sanders. Noah Sanders has it behind his own net, looking for an outlet pass. 20 to go in the game. Far side boards, you can hear the Cincinnati fans behind us cheering louder and the bench getting louder as well as they can sense what is coming. 10 seconds to go. Federico has it. He's going to play it back over his own side. Keene State going to run out the clock. And the Cincinnati Bearcats have won Pool D and will move on to the national semifinals tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, what a game. Another big one for Cincinnati.
The final shots on goal tally 43-35 in favor of Cincinnati. They win the game by a final score of 6-3. Cincinnati locks up Pool D and will face the winner of the UNH and Florida Gulf Coast game. That tonight at 7:30 p.m. And we hope you'll join us here on the ACHA Broadcast Network. And for Keene State, a remarkable start to the tournament. An upset victory over Northern Arizona and a 3-0 lead here over Cincinnati. But the Bearcats, relentless, and for the second day in a row, a goalie change brings in Sebastian Mallette. The Bearcats score 6 unanswered goals and defeat Keene State by a 6-3 margin. And if you're a fan of the Keene State Owls, it's a heartbreaking game to lose, knowing what you had to start the game off. And for the seniors, this is the end of the road, as it always does happen in club hockey. And you got to feel for them. But a good job and a relentless effort by the Cincinnati Bearcats to escape another 3-goal deficit here in pool play. Sebastian Mallette comes in, makes 20 saves in a little over 2 periods. And for Cincinnati, they're going to go back to the hotel, grab a meal, rest up, take a shower, whatever they got to do, and get ready for their game tomorrow afternoon as they're going to take on the winner of Florida Gulf Coast and UNH. John Peterson standing by with Brandon Armstrong. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. Down here with the player of the game, Brandon Armstrong. Brandon, 2 goals, 2 assists for you tonight. You guys are unbelievable with these comebacks.
Yeah, we have a lot of heart on the team. We knew going into the second period it was going to be tough, but we were in the position last night, the same one, and battled back, and it was a great win for us tonight.
Now, for yourself, 2 goals on the night.